All right, so here we go. Got to keep all that in.
Mic check, testing, 1 2 1 2. Oh God, you're coughing the coronas all over me.
Oh yeah, true. No, that's from your friggin' other thing.
I like how every one of our episodes starts off with the hallmark tech difficulties.
Yeah, seriously.
That's my favorite bit.
I think there were fewer in the beginning, actually. We might be getting worse at this.
We added one microphone and one software program and just, it's all gone to hell.
Yeah, exactly. We are not professionals, folks, as much as you might think that we are.
Luckily, we have at least the next 3+ weeks to iron out some kinks, huh?
Yeah, seriously, dude. This friggin' quarantine, man. This disease is ravaging our world.
I guess. I still think that things are a little overblown, although maybe the quarantine is the best way to stop it. I think that how worried people are about it is over the top. But if we want to stop it as seriously as people want to, then this is probably the right course of action.
Dude, you don't think that Italy thought the same way that you think? Minus thinking quarantine's a good idea.
I think that Italy still only has like 2,000 cases after 5 or 6 weeks in a country of millions.
Oh, dude. Oh, so...
Like, I understand that it's terrible and awful that people's families are dying, or relatives, maybe not whole families, but relative to so many other problems that we turn a blind eye to every single day, I still think this is grossly overblown. But if everyone washes their hands more and stops coughing on people, that'll be a good thing.
Yeah, dude, one of the principal engineers in my office, he sent out this website that is basically a world map, and it tracks how many confirmed cases there have been in each country and each state in America, as well as how many of those cases ended in death and how many ended in recovery.
Reported, but yes.
Yes, reported.
There's still issues with it being accurate, and with, to be fair, a pretty big question mark is there's not a lot of tests.
Yes, seriously, that's so
there
scary.
might be a lot of people that have it that we don't know. I need to see like a CDC professional's number on it, but I don't know if that's 50% more people. So like if they say 100,000 people have it right now, maybe it's 150,000.
It's nearing 200,000 in the world.
For total cases, but a lot have recovered by now or died.
Yeah,
which are not active cases.
It was about 80,000 last time I checked earlier today.
For active cases? Oh, okay. So yeah, active cases were maybe at 100,000.
And there were maybe 7,000 that ended in death.
Okay. And again,
so
reported.
87 are done.
But what's more likely is that it's more likely that we catch somebody having corona if they die than if somebody recovers. So if the numbers are inaccurate because of underreporting, unless there's big government-wide conspiracies to hide the numbers of death due to incompetency or ineptitude, then probably they lean the other way. If it looks like 5%, it's probably 2 or 3%.
Wow, these are things I did not consider.
But what I also don't know is, this is a plus and a minus, is how many people that don't get tested but do have it. And if you get symptomatic and you're in an area where tests are available, you're probably going to be added to those statistics because you'll find out. But if you catch it and are asymptomatic or just only mildly sick and don't think that it's corona or reported as such, maybe that means that there isn't 100,000 cases in the world. Maybe it means there's 500,000, which is worse and worrying. But again, it means that the numbers lethality-wise drop significantly.
Even lower, yeah.
So maybe a lot more people have it and it's more widespread, and that's bad. But that would mean that a lot less people are dying relative to the rates that are reported.
So dude, the hysteria around it is nuts too.
Walmart was a trip yesterday.
Dude, so I went grocery shopping yesterday and it was fine. Like, it wasn't normal, I won't say that. There wasn't quite everything I was looking for, but everything had a proper substitute. Like, I was able to get like a full thing of eggs, vegetables.
There were no eggs at Walmart at all. There were like 8 gallons of milk left when I got mine.
Wow.
The whole soup and pasta aisle is like cleaned out entirely. It wasn't hysteria.
I guess I don't really buy super pasta.
Yeah, no one was running around. It was still the normal level of Walmart crowded with the same Walmart denizens I love to people watch.
Yeah.
But the stock was noticeably lower.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of empty shelves and stuff. Like, there was no chicken.
Cereal was all
frozen.
Gone. Cereal was all gone.
Yeah, wow.
It's a good thing I have a 4-pound bag of Captain Crunch in the top shelf.
Dude, do you think this is going to be the next, like, recession?
Yeah, well, the numbers dropped, I think, yesterday. Literally the biggest... Oh, God, I read too many briefing emails in the morning and I get them crossed up. But I think it was, like, the biggest single-day crash since the one in the 20s.
Bigger than 2008?
Third. Bigger than that. We've passed that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like 1920 whatever, 29 or something.
Yeah, the Great Depression.
Well, the actual stock market crash, I don't know the date. But the depression was, 30s. Got it.
Wow.
But that one and 1987, I think, had like a Black Monday or something.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
That one is second. So we're currently ranking at third, but it's still kind of dropping.
Yeah, true.
And that was just single day loss. It's been trending this way for a lot.
Jeez, man. I'm so glad I'm not in the stock market. I'm so glad I was too lazy to do my due diligence about the stock market.
I have $40 in Aurora Cannabis Company in Canada, which is probably $20 now, but that's going to pop back up. If everyone's quarantined for 3 weeks, those sales got to spike.
Yeah. Dude, my one of the kids on the wrestling team, he was telling me, he's so funny, he was like, my $12 I invested have quickly become $8. Like, oh my God.
And it is thrilling.
Yeah, exactly. What a trip.
My coworker who sits next to me, remember the specific facial hair?
Yes.
Just to piece this in with the rest of the stories.
Gotcha.
He does stock market stuff too, and I get most of my info from him and one or two other coworkers that play around with it. But I love it. Every morning he'll be checking like once or twice in the morning, and it's like, oh, it's netted me $1.70 now over like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
These are minuscule, but I guess it's kind of a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it is. I got into it when I was in my internship because that was like the most money I had ever had. When I was just like chilling at home, eating the food my parents bought, and like just raking in like good internship money, like 22 an hour internship money.
I never had a job that paid that much until I had graduated with my master's and started working full time.
Yeah, so this was a dope internship, and I was like, I don't know what to do with all this cash, and so I
not save it for the following year, that's for sure.
Well, so I invested it in just like I went on Robinhood, and I was actually pretty good at the stocks.
Novelty condoms,
like yeah, exactly. No, but looking at actual stocks, I was actually pretty good at like finding trends. I ended up positive there, but ended up losing money overall because I invested half in cryptocurrency. And every cryptocurrency tanked that summer. Like I put it all in Ethereum because I was like, oh, I'm not going to be one of those like mainstream Bitcoin loser basic.
I'm going to be
bitches.
the hipster of hipsters.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to get Ethereum, and didn't do well. And so despite my gains in the stock market, I had incredible losses in the crypto market, and then eventually had to liquidate everything when we went on spring break because I had $0. Like I think I might have done that like in the airport arriving in Punta Cana because I needed to pay for like a cab,
and they didn't accept Ethereum.
Like, time to like liquidate all my assets.
I gotta sell Jerry's clothes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I never messed around with cryptocurrency, although God, I wish I had at the right time.
Everyone does, man.
What you gonna do?
Does.
That's all right. I'll try and pay attention. I feel like the problem is I get way too serious. This is the same reason that I won't play like Fortnite or something. I know I'll want to get good at it, and this one has money on the line.
Yeah, seriously.
This is why I don't gamble. This is why I don't play competitive video games.
It really is just socially acceptable gambling.
I Joe Rogan into stuff too hard, and JRJR Jr.
JR Jr.
I was defining the second JR for
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I feel like, at least in my industry, it's not insider trading because I don't know shit about the company decisions, just individual product things. But I know so much now about biomedical engineering, which is such like a startup tech bubble field.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be able to read general trends in an overall inflating market well enough. And I can almost convince myself into it being a smart decision.
Dude, there's certain ones that you hear like all the time. Like when Pokemon Go came out, I had a few friends who were savvy enough to invest in Nintendo.
2 of my coworkers bought into Disney the day before Disney Plus came out.
Yeah.
$20, $25 jump.
There you go. Like,
yeah.
These things are not always that hard to see if it's in an industry you're interested in. Like, you'll just know without having to think about it.
It's just have to be aware of it and having an account somewhere that you can trade on.
I heard a lot of people talking about investing in Netflix now because of all these quarantines.
That's another smart one.
Yeah, right.
You got to go in with Cash App and to buy shares of the stock because that one's probably hundreds of dollars a share.
It is a few $100s a share. Yeah, but dude, I could afford one share.
Yeah, I should buy one share.
Like without like too much thought. But yeah.
That would have been brilliant like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start discussing. We got to have a Wall Street Corner chat on our podcast as a recurring thing so that we Catch these when they come up.
The thing is, though, I don't know if... I mean, I would have to look at the actual stock because I feel like everyone always thinks they're too late. Like, by the time I heard about the idea of investing in Nintendo when Pokemon Go came out, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm sure everyone's already thought of that. Like, whatever. But then after that, my friends did it and made money.
Well, so like, because it's not just investor speculation that you're wagering on. Like, also, Pokemon Go does come out and Nintendo sales do jump. Yeah. And that makes other investors and like corporate level stuff move in a positive direction for the company. So it still does cause growth.
The trick there is knowing when to sell.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's a company where like it's just going to keep growing, in which case I guess keep it and don't make any money for a lot longer. Like if you have a bunch of Tesla stock, I wouldn't recommend selling it right now. Chances are it's going to keep trending generally upward for the next decade.
Yeah, dude, I bet Charmin had a huge spike.
I'm curious.
Dude, I do not understand the toilet paper hysteria.
I think what happened is Australia had a legitimate shortage because they're a fucking island and they don't have any trees to make it out of. Mm-hmm. So that ended up being like a legitimate problem there. And if no one in your first world country has toilet paper, I could see that causing some fucking panic.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I think just literally like memes and the zeitgeist shifted in the we are short on toilet paper direction. And people over here started buying it, and then it became a bigger meme, and then people started stockpiling that and hand sanitizer. I think and it just built.
So was that shortage in Australia, did that have anything to do with Corona?
No, I think it was... Oh, even a step further back, you mean? Wait, yes it did. People were stocking up, yes, for Corona. I misunderstood. So, like, did the coronavirus cause a shortage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because of ports being shut down and like jobs being put on hold and people going home and being quarantined, there might have just been like less shipments going there.
Yeah.
Plus, when people think there's going to be a shutdown of transportation and ports and whatever, especially in Australia, it's a little more forward thinking to stockpile it.
Yeah.
If they might cut shipments in half of stuff for the next couple weeks, maybe non-perishables that you wipe your ass with is important to grab a bunch.
Yeah, okay.
And then it becomes just wildfire dumb panic.
So in America, do you think it ever would have become a problem if people weren't freaking out?
No, I doubt it. We make a lot of it. Yeah. And we have the supply lines and infrastructure set up that isn't really going to like stop.
So the hysteria is nonsensical.
For toilet paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Dude, that's what I thought.
Same with hand sanitizer. Did you see the two Tennessee brothers that stockpiled 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer and were selling it for like $80 on Amazon?
God damn.
Yeah, they got charged with a crime and ended up donating it all. I don't know if they're still going to get prosecuted.
Couple of scumbags. But the thing is with toilet paper, like, I've read the symptoms several times. And there's
the symptoms of toilet paper?
No, the symptoms of Corona. And it has nothing to do with like excessive diarrhea or something. Like, I never understood why that was the thing. It's a panic that
they won't be able to get it for regular use.
Yeah, just while they're
not
like
I need extra because I have Corona.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be locked in my apartment for 3 to 5 weeks. I better have enough toilet paper to last for that.
Yeah, so, but just of all things, I guess, like, why that? Why not?
Food you can't stash that long, except for the stuff that is sold out everywhere, like pasta and soup. Like all the perishables.
Are paper towels having a similar issue?
Yeah, paper goods.
Yeah, paper goods.
There were like 8 boxes of tissues left at Walmart.
Wow, dude.
I had to buy Kleenex brand because Great Value was sold out.
Dude, right now, this is kind of perfect. This might not be fun for our audio listeners, but hey, who knows? I need you to open that door.
You got a new vacuum?
No, all the way to the right.
Oh my god! My man's talking about the toilet paper hysteria. He's got 75 rolls in his fucking closet.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's because every time I go home, my mom sends me back with a bulk Costco-ass pack of toilet paper.
I'll buy one off you.
And so here's the thing is like, I live alone and most of my shits are at work and a lot of weekends I'm out.
Yep.
So
you go through a roll a week, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Like, I don't know how many, like, I have a toilet paper holder in my bathroom. It holds like 3 or 4 rolls.
And I haven't refilled it since I moved
I think
here
I've refilled it once. Exactly. In 6 months. Like,
I also use Kleenex a lot.
So maybe I should like start like a little toilet paper stand outside.
I guess
or bring it to work and be like the savior of the office. Like, toilet paper for you. And
throw it
you,
around.
and
Yeah,
you.
dude, for sure.
I'll be the Oprah.
Before your work sends you home. I can't believe you guys haven't quarantined work from home yet.
Yeah, I know, dude. We get updates every day talking about how no one at EB is sick. No one's got it.
This sounds like what the Chinese government was saying.
I think they're taking the fact that there's no reported cases and not actually trying to like
dig into it.
Yeah, at all.
Well,
but that's the thing. I think a couple people got sent home today on suspected positivity for the virus. So
HIV.
Yeah, exactly. The one we've been talking about, HIV. And yeah, so maybe now they're like, oh, someone got sent home. We don't want this spreading through our entire building because on account of how incredibly contagious it is. But we'll see.
But you need submarines to fight the flu. How will our military stand up to it?
That's the thing, dude. Are we just going to have like these mostly built submarines just sitting with no one working on them for weeks?
Probably. Skeleton maintenance crew to make sure nothing goes bad.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of eerie. Like, that's something you would see if the world did end in an apocalypse. And like, you ever play like Fallout 3 and go to Rivet City?
A half-built submarine.
Yeah, like dude. There's like a small like community that just lives in it.
We're partway there. It's a new settlement for you that needs your help.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, we got sent home for...
That is such a good idea for a video game.
For a location in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The whole video game, you are in this semi-built submarine. We got sent home for 3 weeks minimum. At least my job has like remote VPN. I can Skype into all my meetings. I can do 95% of my work from a remote location. So I get to keep working full time, which I didn't even realize. Like, as a student, you could always be working from your laptop wherever. As an employee at my current job, I can always work from wherever.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize, like, oh, people aren't just getting sent home and it's inconveniencing them or slowing down their work schedule. Like, there's a lot of people that are now without any income at all.
Yeah.
And that's fucking terrible because
Crazy.
One of my jobs is 100% still on remotely, and the other one, as an EMT, is just in higher demand.
Yeah. Wow.
If anything, I can make more money than I was before the virus. Damn. At least until I catch it, which is maybe inevitable as an EMT.
Yeah, that's true, dude. Worry about the things you can control. Learn to accept the ones you can't.
Yeah, at least I have some respirators before the panic buying of those runs out. We don't have the infrastructure to pump all this up. Now I realize more looking at how many assembly line machines it takes to make a roll of cotton padding for under a cast. Mm-hmm. It takes like 6 assembly line machines that are all custom built to do this one task. Like, factories that don't have the capability to make respirator masks can't just start. Like, that takes weeks and months also.
Yeah, Jesus.
So you can only crank up production a certain amount before workers or machines break down in the factories that do produce them. So we're super low. This is like a big wake-up call. At least it's not Black Plague level of death, but hopefully we adjust our strategies for future things like this, because I kind of believe the doomsayers that say this will be what the next extinction event is or near it. It's not going to be...
Are people saying that?
Well, not nukes, but like the next thing that hits humanity hard isn't going to be an asteroid from space. It isn't going to be like nuclear war. It's going to be a pandemic. And they're pointing at this as... Michael Osterholm was talking about this on the Rogan podcast. He's like pointing at this as an example of how poorly set up we are in case anything like this happens. Imagine this same thing, but with a 10% mortality rate. Suddenly it's absolutely horrifying. Yeah. Everyone is home. Healthcare workers are starting to drop. Emergency personnel are starting to drop. Like, it's horrendously bad.
Yeah.
And what was some of the other statistics? 85% of the saline bags in the world are produced in Puerto Rico. That's just where the facilities are. Mm-hmm. So when they got hit by a Category 5 hurricane a year and a half ago,
oh man,
it's a perfect storm, no pun intended, of fuck our shit up even more now that coronavirus is here. Like, we're dangerously low on IV bags, and that's a great way to help sick people when you can't treat them with an actual cure.
Oh man, this makes me just think of like
Outbreak, Contagion, all the movies trending on Netflix right now.
The futility of, or the vulnerability of the human race.
Yeah.
Like,
hopefully this wakes up some policymakers.
I was listening to one podcast and they were just talking about like like if all the food in the stores like runs out, like this thing, like this virus lays siege to us for too long, like are we going to see riots in the street? Is it going to turn into the purge in like 2 months? Like,
not the purge, but it definitely could be riots in the street. What would probably happen is serious like National Guard mobilization, maybe army also, and it would be food camps and bread lines,
rations,
like, literally.
And like
you'd have to wear probably masks. There'd be crazy spacing, tiny small quotas where you can only go like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
To keep population control in order. Cities would be fucked, man.
Yeah.
LA and New York, that's almost a food desert as it is.
Oh, like, dude.
Horrendous situation.
One of my friends was telling me about the movie Contagion.
It's a great movie.
And how like you have to get these like certain like wristbands to like enter and exit like anywhere that's like checked by military.
Yep, that would be, I mean, assuming we had the infrastructure left to make those.
Yeah.
If they don't already have a big stack waiting for use, then that wouldn't be like out of the question for that if it really went bad.
Jeez, man.
That's why I think that although a quarantine is effective, I think that there is the risk, depending on how well we can contain it and how the response goes, that it does more damage than good.
How would it do more damage?
As it breaks down the economy and the infrastructure of bringing food and power and water to especially cities now I'm worried about. But when less and less people are able to work or more people are mandated to stay home, even if you have essential workers running, some of them will get sick. Like things won't be as fully supported as they could be. Yeah. No one's going to be able to be like hiring new people. And if they do, it's going to be new and inexperienced people. So production lines and transport of goods slows down. As things get worse, it gets harder to not do things worse.
It definitely freezes the economy. But I think as far as those like delivery lines, fewer will get sick as a result of a quarantine.
Hopefully. Hopefully the
But idea. Also the demand on them will be higher because people can't go get their own shit.
Yeah. And it's still a logistical nightmare.
Yeah. Oh my God. But
all of this again coming from a completely speculative, non-expert viewpoint. I could be dead fucking wrong.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You seem to be very well read on the subject.
Aside from the podcast that Michael Osterholm was like running through the disease and some of the breakdown of how it would progress, a lot of this is just like thought.
Wow.
Afterthought. Like that's the way it would go.
Yeah.
I watched
seriously.
Outbreak the other night because it was trending on Netflix.
Of course.
Pretty good.
Just
spooky.
To fuck with yourself a little bit.
Yeah. I mean it's even a little more dramatic, but that's a 100% mortality rate, no cure. Like, did he get out? Oh my God. It's aerosolized. Like, very, very dramatized.
Yeah.
But it's like if you turn to the dial on this coronavirus, that's at like a 2.5, 3, up to 9 or 10. That's what it would look like.
Yeah.
And it's freaking spooky.
Jeez, man.
I think I'm much more worried about like a pandemic type thing than overcrowding or global warming or whatever other doomsday is coming.
Yeah, dude.
Not that we should ignore them. Global warming does exist. It is real. The earth is flat.
So do you think in this case, having like Medicare for all, like free healthcare, socialized
absolutely
healthcare,
is a good idea because that's how you get tests around. Have you seen some of this shady stuff going on? Like America, the government tried to basically outbid the German government. There's a German biotech company that's working on a vaccine and I think making progress. Mm-hmm. And America basically said like, hey, we'll fund like all this if you move over and do it in the US. Because then it would be available first and for the long time, primarily and only in the US.
Yeah.
Like some sketchy backstabby stuff.
Seriously. Yeah, they're trying to sell that shit.
Right. Yeah, and there's some creepy stuff going on. Like Jim Baker, who I think is a televangelist or some famous preacher, got locked up for a bit because he was selling $125 coronavirus cures on his website.
Fuck televangelists, man. Jesus Christ. They're like the worst people. I was watching this YouTube video about this one who literally had a private jet and he was saying how it wasn't big enough and how like
he asked people for money for a new jet and they paid.
His reasoning was like,
poor people's money.
Do you think Jesus would fly around in a jet this small? Like, no, he wouldn't. And I'm trying to spread his message. Like, I am his mouthpiece. And yeah, he fucking funded it through people sending in money. Isn't that so disgusting?
It's maybe the most despicable thing.
I know.
Financially, at least. That's worse than Bernie Madoff type stuff where people are like trying to get rich and like invest. Yeah, it's
it's definitely worse.
what are the prosperity churches, where it's like, if you give the Lord all your money, which is the preacher of the church usually, it'll come back to you tenfold, or whatever. Like, that's literally the message they preach, and then they take more gullible people's money.
Bernie Madoff, the thing is with him, like, other people made money because of him. People who he was swindling made money because of him. Like, some of them, not many. Most of them just, like, were getting statuses on how much they had and just let it ride with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure some people took out their money and it's like, oh, wow, yeah, this dude is legit. Look at all this money I got out of him. It was just obviously the minority until everyone took it out at the same time.
Oh, man. What an oof.
Yeah, seriously.
That dude got a shitload of years in prison, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think he got like 90-something. He is 70-something.
Yeah, it just gets silly at some point.
Gotta slap some CBD on that if you want to make it to your parole time.
Yeah, really. Oh.
Yeah, just to circle back to the EMT thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Which is super fun to have started this past weekend, but literally while I was parked at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, 1.5 car lengths in front of us was another ambulance from my company. And when they turned around to like back into the emergency receiving bay, I saw that the driver had a respirator mask on, like the N95, the one that actually works against corona for the most part. And we're like, oh, what the hell's going on? I'm so curious. And when he ended up driving away, in the back, we could see through the windows 2 more techs in full gowns, masks, respirators, and gloves, of course, and a patient with a respirator. Like, that is at least suspected, probably is coronavirus. Wow. Which means there's like a super real chance that I end up gowned up in a tiny moving box with a corona patient or multiple.
Jeez, man.
I feel like it's a matter of time until I get sick, and then I get to stay at home for 2 weeks.
So the thing is this like other viruses where if you get it, you are then immune to it after it passes?
I've heard no, but I don't know for certain. I've heard you can catch this again, which kind of blows.
Fuck.
Although,
damn it.
At least as far as I can plug the pieces together, the logic still holds that you would have built up some type of immune memory, and it should be at least less extreme.
Okay.
Even if you can catch it again, like you can catch the common cold or the flu again, but it's usually...
But isn't that because they're mutating every year?
Largely it is, for the flu at least. The common cold is actually another coronavirus.
Oh, really?
Yep. Coronavirus is like a class of them. MERS, SARS, a bunch of common cold strains are coronaviruses.
Oh, okay.
And then COVID-19 is, which just happens to be the lucky number we drew that everyone's freaking out about.
Well, it's called that because it was discovered in 2019.
Yeah, coronavirus disease.
Yeah.
The COVID is actually the disease it caused, so the respiratory symptoms and everything else going on.
Okay.
The virus isn't called COVID-19. I forget what the virus is actually called.
Gotcha. Corona.
I
wish I knew the words to that song.
I only know that, not even
My
phrase.
Corona.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I can't harmonize like you can, so I'm not even going to give it a shot.
Deal. That is the name of this episode, though, obviously.
My Corona?
Of course.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're talking about the quarantine.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not that bad. At least it'll be a lot of video game time.
That's true.
You're going to start up the Coupla fellas streaming channel?
Ooh. Maybe. I don't know
maybe
about
not live streaming. I forget that's different.
But like Let's Playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That could be a lot of fun. I still have those old Sonic the Hedgehog Let's Play videos like in the bank. And I think I was pretty funny on them. But I don't know why. I just like haven't gotten the motivation to like
put it up even sarcastically. Put just enough like open and exit on the video and be like, this isn't good, but it's here.
Yeah. I just got to edit them a little bit first.
For all those times that you swear at a child's game.
Yeah, exactly. And some other stuff, I think.
Make sure you mark it as not for kids and like maybe even include a disclaimer in the description.
Maybe.
It wouldn't be a bad idea, right? Yeah. Cover your butts for all this advertiser money we're making.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, we cannot disappoint our advertisers. They have us by the balls, dude. Like, sure, they're paying my bills, but...
The quotas that they have.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
Please, subscribe. Click the little red arrow. Do we need to put a red arrow in? I don't know how to YouTube.
You gotta click the bell, dude. That's the big one. Gotta click
the bell. Is red arrow play? I'm an idiot.
Probably, yeah. The arrow, I think, is play and or fast forward.
That's 2 arrows. I'm not that stupid.
Okay,
you think you can pull the wool over my eyes.
Yeah. Oh, God. Please buy Arkanites and Raid Shadow Legends.
Use There's not even a promo code we can pretend to have.
Fellas.
I'm tired of living this lie.
So, I'm curious, based on that, what ads do you see all the time on YouTube? Because I get so much Raid Shadow.
Purple mattress.
Oh.
I shopped for that for a long time, then I bought it, and now I get months of ads still. In case I want to stack another one on top.
Those are the best ads, though.
Like, they're pretty funny. They're good. Sometimes I'll even let them play.
Like, maybe like a couple times. But like, yeah, the ones for Raid Shadow Legends and Arc Knights are insufferable, dude.
I also get William Painter sunglasses.
Ooh, yeah. You get cool ads. I get lame ones.
I curate my ads.
I get lame mobile game ads, dude. I hate them. Like, they're trying so hard to be funny. And
oh my god!
One of them actually kind of.
And then they
funny.
Started getting meta when people are doing them on their channel. And they're like, I know everybody's seen this, but let me actually talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, I don't want to hear about it.
I'm just talking about like pre-rolls especially though. Yeah, there are some like actual content creators who put like mid-roll ads like that they say themselves. And I'll usually watch through those. Those can be a good time.
I have an idea.
What's that?
We're not creative enough to make our own faux ad reads. Anyone who's watching, give us suggestions in the comments and we'll do our best ad reads of them.
Ooh, a call to action. Give us what you got.
I like it. It can be for Plumbuses, Plumby. It can be for MeUndies, whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want us to advertise, we'll improv an advertisement.
There we go.
I kind of like this.
Outsource a little bit of our labor. We're going to start leaning on you guys more and more. This is going to be a lot of fellas in this writing room.
Yeah, if you're listening on a podcast app, I'm so sorry, but just leave it on YouTube if you want to interact with the show.
We'll get one of those celebrity cell phones that like you can put up a public number and respond to people en masse in a little bit. Yeah. But right now...
Dude, there was one podcast I listened to, and the guy doesn't do this anymore because it got super personal, but he let... What he did was, if people rated him 5 stars on iTunes and then roasted him in the comments, he would read the roast at the top of the show.
Oh my God.
And dude, he stopped doing it because some of them were so bad. Like talking about like, how could your wife even love you, you like fat piece of shit. Like it got... Oh my God. He always has a guest on too. Like it's just him and a guest.
So they'll be sitting there as he's reading them out.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like he just has to read these awful scathing insults about himself to this guest who maybe he's close friends with them, maybe they're just like another comedian who he's kind of like loosely connected with. Like oh my God, dude. It was so good, such good listening though. Like it was so entertaining, but like
that's cringing me from here.
I think he's like doing well enough now where he can like chill with that. Yeah.
Thank God. Good for him. He battled through the trenches.
It was so... And some of them, he was like, how the hell do they know this about me?
People probably went on deep 4chan style dives into his life.
Into his like old social media or something.
Go hard in the paint and it's funny.
Yeah, dude. It's weaponized autism.
Still my favorite goddamn line. That's beautiful. Yeah, I've never really gotten the urge to post myself on r/roast me or anything. Yeah. I don't need to test my own confidence like that. I guess people maybe are doing it for karma, but like I read them and fuck, some of them are brutal.
Yeah, well, a lot of them are like...
Props to the people that like shrug it off. They're like, LMAO, you totally nailed it.
I think these people are also just starved for attention a lot of the time.
That's probably true. Maybe that. I'll tell myself like, it's healthy that I don't want to.
Yeah, it's like I want to be like the center of attention for like all of these people just like talking about me and like fuck it. Like what do I have to lose?
Let the haters hate.
Yeah.
I'm a bad bitch.
Some of them are very funny though. Very clever insults on just like a picture of a person.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Some of them are like many awarded and I understand why. Yeah. Again, never going to spend money on Reddit awards to give people, but
crazy.
I'll throw an upvote.
Yeah.
And then I deleted it.
Oh yeah, you deleted Chive too. That's an even bigger surprise to me.
I've been on the Chive since like sophomore year of high school.
You've spent money on the Chive.
Oh yes, I have. It's in the triple digits.
Wow.
Like midway into the triple digits, I would say.
I want you to tell our listeners about that fucking coin thing that you have, and I want you to just tell them about it.
The Chive coin?
Yeah. What is it all about?
It's I guess I'll give a little step back if you haven't heard of the Chive. It is grandfathered in from earlier in the days of the internet, but it's kind of an online content site / community / group of oddballs. So while there is the Chive app and the Chive website where they post like now a ton of basically photo blogs or videos each day. And
kind of think Barstool.
Yeah, it's like daily morning awesomeness, and it's a random assortment of like pretty girls, beautiful landscapes, sick urban street art, delicious looking food, just like cool shit.
Cool tech nerdy shit too, I feel like sometimes.
Tech nerdy shit, and they've expanded, so there's all sorts of like fail categories and then just ones with pretty girls that you can filter on or off. And it's very entertaining, and I spent a ton of time on it. But the cool draw of it is that there is some back community to it. First of all, the people that work at the Chive and the founders are super into philanthropy, especially like orphaned causes. So it'll be like a 4-year-old girl with the brittle bone disorder, osteogenica imperfecta, and osteogenesis imperfecta, something like that. But so she's had like tons of surgeries, her family's going under, and they like chip in to buy a special assisted van, renovate the home, like write like a $50,000 check, and then like make it personal and spend time with them. And it's super cool. And whenever they host like big meetups in cities, the community members do, there will be like charitable causes they support, lots of veteran and police support. It's a very positive thing, and they have this whole random act of kindness attitude. So it's a really cool thing. Like if people are wearing Chive shirts, it's kind of like a Jeep wave, like an insider hello. Like I've been wearing a Chive shirt when I was snowboarding, and a Lyft operator offered to buy me a beer. When I was in a grocery store wearing a Chive shirt, another dude gave me $5 and said Chive on. And then I've done that to other people a couple times. Like either $5
cool.
or like saw the Chive sticker on the car pull in behind me or something in the drive-thru and like paid for their meal, and it's like, hey, pass on Chive on.
Yeah.
But like it's this cool attitude to it. So the shirts also used to be super hard to collect, and I was about that in high school, and like you had to wait for right when they dropped and grab them.
Oh, some preem shit.
Sort of, but they were still only like $28.
Yeah, without the ridiculous price
super
tag.
soft. So I have a bunch of those, and on most of them, getting around to the coin you asked about, is Bill Murray. Because the founder and his brother were huge Bill Murray fans, and I think became boys with like Bill Murray's nephew or something like that. So he's part of their crew. And for years, he was the unofficial mascot. They just like repped Bill Murray like, hell yeah, his attitude, his cool, nice person way of being. And eventually it became like a real thing. And he is now associated with them and like hosts a golf tournament with them and drinks at their bar all the time, at the bar in their office, and will show up to Chive events and the Chive Gala every year. But the coin that I got was as part of like a members special box set thing that I got is a real gold leaf plated challenge coin like they get in the military for specific operations, and like battalions you get a challenge coin, and they're all kind of cool and unique, and my dad has a big display case of them. Carter has a few from his service already. But it's a Bill Murray challenge coin with his head on one side and "In Bill We Trust," and on the back is like the Chive logo and motto and stuff. But with this coin you can go to the Chive headquarters any Friday ever, forever, as many times as you want, and bring a +1 and like hang with the Chive staff, and they have a big slide in their office and tons of like cool shit to play with, mini golf stuff. Damn. And a full service bar with Chive brewed beers, and like you can just like go and chill there. And it's in Austin, Texas, and I really, really want to go. But I gave it to Carter for graduating boot camp to add to his coin collection.
Wow.
That one was hard to part with, but it felt fitting.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to use it?
I hope he does, and I made him swear to go with me at least once.
Oh yeah, yours +1.
At least once.
That's pretty cool.
So that's the Chive, and I really like it. But now it's off my phone, along with Reddit. Rip in peace.
Yeah, rip in peace and pieces. Friggin', I used to use Reddit a lot. Like when I was senior in high school, freshman in college was like peak Reddit. And I pretty much dropped off completely since then. And I'm not sure why. I think YouTube just took up all my like down internet time.
Yeah. I can't watch YouTube in the bathroom though. And I don't always have headphones in for podcasts. I
almost always have earbuds on me.
You do.
Like all the time.
I'll leave them at my desk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be it.
There it is, the convenience of technology.
Yeah, seriously.
At your ear tips. And now, with the magic of Bluetooth ear tips, you can listen to a couple of fellas wherever you shit. Cut it off, Steve. Hit the stop button.
Fuck you.
That's long enough.
Wait, is this it? No, it's recording.
No, fucking cut it.